So yon mga banateros, mga kabiyaya. Grabe yung nangyari kahapon sa Senate, no? Lalong-lalo na doon kay sa mga kaganapan kung nakatakas ba or naaresto na si Senator Bato de la Rosa. At ang malupit dito yung pagsabi ni Marcos Jr. na hindi niya daw alam ang mga nangyari. Intindi. Oo, alam mo, ewan ko talaga dito sa presidente to, no? Alam niyo ilang beses niya nang ginawa yan. Una-una sa kay OJC. Diba? Kung matatandaan nyo, sinabi niya sa kay OJC na wala daw nangyaring dahas, walang pangaharas, at wala daw pang-aabuso na ginagawa ang administrasyon doon sa nangyari sa Senado. Nakakatawa lang talaga na, alam mo yun, na ikaw parang ipinamumukha mo sa Pilipino na wala ka talagang kwentang presidente. Pero mo, ilang araw na halos simula nung pumunta si Sen Bato sa Senado, sumabog na agad yung issue, di ba? Tapos nag-viral na agad sa iba't ibang social media platform. Sabihin na natin na hindi siya nanonood sa mga social media. Paano yung mga kasama niya sa bahay? Katulad na lang yan nila Lisa, nila Sandro, di ba? Isipin niyo yun. Parang napakalaki naman atang kalokohan na isa kang presidente pero wala man lang nagsasabi sa'yo sa kaganapan sa Pilipinas. So parang pinamukha mo sa amin na kaya sobrang hirap ang Pilipinas na yun dahil wala kang alam. O talagang sadyang wala ka talagang alam, no? Ay nako, ang administrasyong Marcos Jr. ay ubod ng hari ng hari ng kasinungalingan. Kasi nga isipin nyo, tangina, kauna-unahan sa presidente na kauna-unahang presidente na walang nangyayari, na walang alam sa nangyayari sa paligid niya. Tanginang yan. Kaya naman, halimbawa etong China, sugurin tayo dito, girahin tayo. Baka hindi pa rin alam ni Marcos Jr. yun. Intindi ng kasinungalingan nito. Alam naman ho natin, 'di ba? Na kaya ginigipit kay si Senator Bato dahil para mabawasan yung mga papabor or hindi papabor sa impeachment laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte, 'di ba? Kaya gusto nilang mabawasan, gusto nilang matanggal yung ibang mga senador, kagaya nila Senator Chis Escudero, 'di ba? Na bukas sa makalawa baka siya na naman yung isunod na gipitin para tapos yung pagpalit pa ng Senate President ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. So isa pang dahilan 'yan. Alam nyo, sobra talagang nakakatawa. At kahit sa ibang bansa pinagtatawanan tayo dahil sa kabubuhan na ginagawa ng administrasyon ngayon, 'di ba? So kung hindi alam ng presidente yung nangyari kahapon, sino yung sisisihin namin? 'Di ba? Sino sisisihin namin? Tinatanggi din ng NBI, tinatanggi din ng mga kapulisan. So sino yung mga nagpaputok doon, yung mga makakaliwa? So ibig sabihin, yung mga makakaliwa or mga terorista, pinasok na tayo ng terorista. So ibig sabihin, yung mga kasunduluhan natin, mahinang nila lang dahil nakakapasok na yung mga terorista sa Senado. 'Di ba? Isang malaking kagaguhan, isang malaking katangahan yung mga dahilan na ginagawa ni Marcos Jr. ngayon. Tanginang yan, nakakabobo. Sabihin mo naman na hindi mo alam. Sa totoosin nga lang, may nilabas si Claire Castro. May pahayag ngayon ang tawag dito ang palasyo, at ito nga yung sabi, pagpapaputok ng warning shots si Senate Sergeant at Arms Mau Aplaska. At dahil doon, napilitan ding magpaputok ng warning shot ang NBI agent. No. So tapos, akala ko ba walang alam si Marcos? Tapos dito, napilitang magpaputok ng warning shot. At saka bakit magpapaputok ng warning shot? May mga terorista ba doon? Wala namang terorista sa mga sa Senado. Meron si Hontiveros. 'Di ba? Ang kulit niya nitong pahayag ni ano na to ni Anticler eh. O para lubos yung siguro naman napanood nyo na rin naman. O ito pa yung sinabi ni tawag dito ni Camille Villar kasi noong mga panahon nandun si Senator Camille Villar. Ito basahin din natin. Nakala ng mga majority bloc na ordinaryong fireworks lang ang narinig na putukan sa loob ng Senado nitong Miyerkules. Mayo 13 ng gabi ayon kay Sen Camille Villar. Sa isang panayam sa SMNI News online, ngayong Huwebes, Mayo 14, Mayo 14, sinabi ni Sen Camille na labis na mamayani ang kaba sa habang nagpupulong ang kanilang block ng maamoy na nila ang pulbura at marinig ang sunod-sunod na putok na tila wala nang paghinto. So ayan po yung sinabi ni Senator Camille Villar. At ito pa, sana po yung mga nagsasabing na gawa-gawa lamang po yan or arte-arte lang po yan, sana respetuhin nyo po yung pinagdaanan po namin. Hindi lang po kaming mga senador, pati yung mga staff namin, pati yung mga members of the media, yung OSA o yung mga guard ng Senado, lahat po ng nasa Senate kagabi pinagbabarel tapos hindi po namin alam kung gagawin, dagdag pa ng senador. Grabe, no? Ewan ko ba, sino ba nagsasabing gawa-gawa lang yan? Diba? Diba? Malamang sa malamang to sa nakikita ko, ito ay talagang pananakot na para, alam mo yung parang, oy, kaya namin gawin sa inyo. Kung ang KOJC na halos 7 million ang member, hindi sila natakot na bastusin, walang yain, Senado pa kaya? Parang ganun yung gustong ipamukha nitong gobyerno sa atin. At may pahiwatig yun na pwedeng pahiwatig no na, oy, Alan Peter Cayetano, pag hindi mo sinunod yung kagustuhan namin, pwedeng gawin namin sa iyo to. Kayo mga senador, kapag hindi niyo sinunod yung kagustuhan ko, pwede namin gawin sa inyo to. So yun yung nakikita ko na pinapahiwatig nung nangyaring gulo niyan. At ngayon, eto, may upload nga itong si Senator Pia Cayetano doon sa buong istorya. Kasi, di ba, nandun sila magkapatid nung nagkaputukan doon sa Senado. So, naglabas ngayon ng full video, big reveal itong si Senator Pia Cayetano. Ito po, at panoorin po natin.
Good morning. I'm doing a Facebook Live here from my house. Ang daming nagme-message sa akin from friends and people I haven't met, I haven't even chatted with for so long. Kinakamusta ako and I decided na hindi ko na kaya mag-reply sa bawat isa. So naisip ko na parang mas okay din siguro na mag-Facebook Live na lang ako. To let you know, to update you on what happened since last night. So, since last night, nag-Facebook Live ako. I'm not sure ano ba yung mga alas 10, no? Basta, that was after the press con of the joint statement of Senate President Alan and Secretary Remulla. Tapos, sinabihan kami ni Sec Remulla na to give him about an hour to clear pa the area para yung mga gustong umuwi makauwi na. So I think nakauwi ako around bandang midnight, close to midnight. I think most of the senators left at that time. Di ko lang sure kung lahat nakauwi at that time. Pero ako, I decided to umuwi dahil yung mga anak ko, alalang-alala din. And then yung staff ko rin na ayaw naman ako iwanan. Pag hindi ako umalis, hindi rin sila aalis. So, I wanna thank, of course, my Chief of Staff, DG, and si Cherry, si Claire, sila, yung mga babae na lang babanggitin ko kasi yung mga lalaki, bahala na kayo sa, I'm just kidding. Thank you to the staff. And I'm not the only one who had staff that stayed on. I want to reiterate how much danger we felt that we were in. And when I looked at the footage, never ako nakakita ng videos during when that entire thing was happening. Because we were in the moment. Like I said, nagtatawag kami dun sa mga kakilala naming officials. I also just saw the video of my brother na nanawagan siya na we are under attack, we don't know what's happening. And I only saw some of the videos when I got home, mga 1:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock. So, ibang-iba yung perspective na nakita ko yung mga media na bigla na lang nagkaputukan doon, and I'm really glad. You know, yung media ng Senate, marami doon kakilala namin for 10 years, 15 years more. And I'm just really glad. I know people take it for granted. May jokes pa nga na wala namang nasaktan. I mean, how dare people would even say na wala namang nasaktan eh. My God, these are human beings. They have families. And if you watch the footage, everybody was scared. Walang joke yun. So ako talaga, I think, I can't take it for granted na talagang safe lahat ang tao from the Senate staff, from the janitors to the elevator person, like nandun sila yung nandun sa labas. Nagkataon lang, I will repeat for those who didn't see my live last night, and I welcome you to see it, it's there. Kaming new majority, we were in the office of the Senate President, which happens to be on the second floor kasi yun yung office ni Senator Alan before he became Senate President. Kasi nga may caucus kami on the bills, not the bills, well yes, the important pending bills, but the chairmanships of the different committees. And then also on the impeachment process. I mentioned this in my FB Live yesterday, and that's why we were there meeting. And then the Deputy Secretary came to tell us that the impeachment complaint was on the way. So that was happening nung nagkaroon ng putukan. So like I said, with what I experienced inside the office, kasi by the time na lumabas ako, wala nang putukan. And what I saw in the videos, it would have been so horrifying. One of my staff, si Claire, my longtime staff, she's been with me since 2004. She was outside because a lot of the staff were just waiting outside the office of the Senate President kasi hindi naman kasya lahat inside. Wala naman kaming alam na gulo na mangyayari. So, syempre, nandun lang sila sa labas, nag-aantay. And so, when she got in the car with me, when we were finally going home at midnight, doon niya lang nakwento sa akin na nandun sila sa labas. Tapos, nag-holding hands na sila nung staff ni Senator Lauren kasi nagputukan na. And this is this is what people experience, which I never thought would happen in a government institution. So, basically, I just want to manifest my gratefulness to God that everybody was safe. Like I always say, I'm a mom, I'm a daughter, I have a mom na nag-aalala. And in fact, nung umaga, hindi ko pala siya nasabihan na nakauwi na ako. So nagme-message siya dun sa group na did Pia get home? Did Alan get home? Because she's a mother. And I can just imagine so many other mothers, fathers, daughters, husband, wife felt the same way. And join me in saying a prayer of gratefulness that people were safe. So I don't know what's going on, what's happening next. So I will also be staying tuned. Really, the purpose for this was to respond to many well-wishers who genuinely were just messaging and checking how I am and how expressing their concern for what we went through. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Again, thank you dun sa Senate Security for keeping us safe. If you weren't there, it's hard to really imagine what it was like. But if you just watch the videos, that's how dangerous the situation was here. Thank you to Secretary Vince for responding to my call, to my messages, and to Secretary Remulla. Sila po ang masasabi kong, and of course, PNP under DILG was also there, na naging responsive dun sa concerns namin na we had no idea what was going on and we were, being attacked, hearing all those gunshots going on and our staff just being right there. So thank you for your concern and for doing your job. I'll leave it at that because I know there's a lot of investigation still going on and I am not an investigator. I'm a lawmaker who was in the Senate when this happened. I think there were around 12 of us there. So all of us those of us there had a similar experience because we were mostly together and our staff. So again, thank you sa mga nag-abala sa amin, sa mga nag-message, sa mga nagdasal kahit hindi kayo nag-message. Thank you. It is truly appreciated. I never ever experienced anything like this. I'm not a violent person. I am against violence. Never ako humawak ng barel. So, para makarinig ng putukan up close na parang nayayanig yung bubong, nakakaamoy ng usok, nakakatakot talaga yung feeling. And I just really pray for peace in our country. We deserve better. We all deserve better. And I commit that I will do my part in making this a better country. Mag-pray po tayong lahat. God bless you.
Eto mga banateros, basahin natin yung pahayag ni Senator Gatchalian mapatungkol dun sa sinabi ni Amy Marcos. Sabi niya rito, Gatchalian, pinasinungalingan ng paratang na may mga senador umanong naunang nabigyan ng babala bago ang kaguluhan sa Senado. Pinasinungalingan ni Senator Sherwin Gatchalian ng pahayag ni Senadora Amy Marcos na may ilang senador umano ang maagang umalis sa Senado matapos makatanggap ng babala bago ang napaulat na insidente ng putukan sa Senate Complex nitong Miyerkules ng gabi at 13. Sa isang panayam, nilinaw ni Gatchalian na normal lamang umano ang oras ng kanyang pag-alis sa Senado at walang anumang kakaiba. Abiso na sa kanyang natanggap bago ang nangyaring tensyon ayon kay Gatchalian. So grabe no. Ang malupit kasi dito mga banateros. Mapapaisip ka din na tanga na paano kaya 'di ba? Halos sabay-sabay daw umalis itong mga senador na to. Tsaka unang-una, alam naman na nilang may malaking problema sa Senado. So bakit mo aalisan agad? Diba? At ito pa nga yung balita na di umano ay si Soto daw talaga yung si Soto daw talaga yung talagang mastermind ng kaguluhan diyan sa Senado. No, at talagang sinuportahan naman daw ng administrasyon yun. Kaya nga itong NBI ay nalulungkot. No, nalulungkot tong NBI. Ito nga yung sinabi ni Attorney Matibag. Malulungkot kung totoo. Matibag malulungkot kung totoo na nakaalis na si Bato sa Senado. Nagpahayag ng pagkadismaya at kalungkutan si NBI Director Attorney Melby Matibag kaugnay ng posibilidad na nakaalis na umano sa Senado si Senador Ronald Bato de la Rosa matapos ang tensyon at kaguluhan naganap sa Senate premises nitong Miyerkules ng gabi Mayo 13. Ito ay matapos lumabas ang ulat na kinumpirma umano ni Senate Secretary sa isang mga senador na wala na sa loob ng Senado si De La Rosa at nakalabas na umano bandang 2:30 ng madaling araw nitong Huwebes, Mayo 14. Sa panayam, sinabi ni Matibag na ikakalungkot umano nila kung totoo ang impormasyon dahil naniniwala siyang may napag-usapan at naunawaan sa pagitan ng mga senador at otoridad hinggil sa sitwasyon. Alam mo si Matibag alam mo yun, no? Alam mo yun, mala BBM din magsinungaling no? Ang lupit din Bagay na bagay sa kanya yung bagay na bagay sa kanya yung posisyon niya talaga ngayon, sa totoo lang. Bagay na bagay sa kanya. Tsaka, kina-question ng mga makakaliwa bakit nakatakas daw si Bato, bakit wala daw sa Senado. Una-una, hindi naman convicted yung tao. Hindi naman, wala namang kaso sa Pilipinas si Senator Bato na para bawal siyang umuwi, bawal siyang umalis ng Senado. Sobrang kabubuhan na yun. Sa totoo si eto nga si Serdanya, no? Si Congressman Percy Serdanya, aka Ngiwi. No, pinagpapaliwanag ang Senado kung paano nakaalis si Bato. Sabi niya, magpaliwanag daw ang Senado. Bakit daw nakatakas si Bato? Putang ina, sino ka ba? Sino ka mang bakla kang putang ina mo ka? Gago ka ba? Para magpaliwanag sa'yo. Sino ka? Diyos ka ba? Kahit nga presidente, hindi pwedeng sabihan ng Senado na magpaliwanag doon sa pag-alis ni Senator Bato de la Rosa. Hindi naman convicted yun Diba? Hindi convicted si Senator Bato de la Rosa para pagpaliwanagin nyo na kung paano siya nakaalis ng Senado. Sinafety niya lang yung sarili niya. Yung warrant of arrest na yan, hindi yan kinukonsinti dito sa Pilipinas. Dahil warrant of arrest ng ibang bansa yan, tanga ka, putang ina mo. Tangina tong bayot na to, puta. At ito rin, ito pa isa, no? May kita nyo dyan sa ating screen. Uy, pasensya na. Pag ganyan-ganyan lang muna vlog natin, ha? Naaresto na ho daw yung nagpaputok doon sa Senado. So ito, may kita nyo dyan. Naaresto na ang lalaking itinuring sangkot sa umano'y putukan na narinig sa loob ng Senado noong gabi ng May 13, 2026. Kinilala ang suspect na si Mel Orogon, 44 years old, na nagtatrabaho umano bilang volunteer driver ng NBI ayon sa otoridad. Na recover mula sa kanya ang mga bala ng M15 at isang magazine. Nilinaw naman ni NBI Chief Melvin Matibag na hindi empleyado na NBI si Orogon. Aniya empleyado umano ito ng GSIS at voluntaryo lamang bilang driver sa NBI. Dagdag pa ni Matibag, wala silang pinagdadalang operatiba at wala ring utos na arestuhin si Senator Bato de la Rosa. Grabe, no? Ang tindi sa kasinungalingan nito nga to. Tsaka, sobrang tapang naman itong driver na to para gawin niya yun. Anong mapapala niya? O di ba nakulong siya? Kaso siya ngayon. Tangina. Kawawa yung mga taong nagpapauto talaga. Sa totoo lang, kawawa yung mga taong nauuto nitong mga to. Diba? Yung tao na yan, malamang sa malamang, may pamilya yan. Malamang sa malamang din, binayaran din yan. Hindi ko lang alam kung sino nagbabayad yan. Pero, sino ba naman tanga na pupunta ka sa Senado at magpapaputok ka dun? Di kulong ka dun. Kabubuhan. Kaya ito nga, no, may panayam dito si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. Panoorin natin.
Thank you for being here today. Despite the unprecedented attack against the Senate last night, I will address all other issues in an hour when I get all the official reports. From the PNP, from the side of the investigation ni Sec. John Vic at saka ni Chief PNP na Taher, I will discuss with you muna yung receipt ng article of impeachment, articles of impeachment. I just want to address one issue. So may umiikot sa internet na kinonfirm daw ng PNP yung statement daw ni Chief of Staff Bronner that it was my security guards lang daw ang nagpaputok. That's fake news. Since last night, when Sec. John Vic came here, we've been hearing conspiracy theories from both sides. One side, that it's the government that attacked, and the President called me, President Bongbong Marcos, and assured me it wasn't government. Okay? But I told him our concerns about the NBI. So, and I told him, I thanked the President for the immediate call. I informed him that we're safe at that point in time, and I informed him of the inconsistencies in statement ng NBI. But I told him I agreed with Sec. John Vic for a joint independent investigation. Bakit joint? Kasi jurisdiction to ng TUSAA at ng Senate. On the other hand, I was already aware at that time na all the way to the highest echelons of government, may nagsasabi that ito ay gawa-gawa. So the accusations are all over. So in the same manner that the PNP, the ANP, mabilis sila mag-deny pag may fake news against the government, the administration, inaasahan ko na mabilis silang mag-deny na fake news against the Senate President, and against the integrity of the whole process. The investigation is ongoing at meron na aresto last night. Okay? Di lang namin nilalabas yung detalye because once you say three-letter words, di ba? Once you say that it's a certain agency, may conclusion na kagad ang tao na government o hindi. Kaya nga independent, and let's not jump into conclusion. Okay? So by the time I meet you later, it's about an hour, I'll meet muna the 150 top officials of the Senate. I will give you more details about that. I also ordered the Sergeant at Arms to go to the offices and check kung nandyan si Senator Magcohola and to give me a spot report dun sa reports na umalis ng 2:50 a.m. There are many questions there. I will answer all of it later.
But for
Okay?
now, can you say, sir, it's not a diversionary tactic, sir, para paalisin si Senator Bato? Yung kasi yung kumakalat.
100%. I mean, I can tell you honest to goodness, none of the senators who were here last night knew that was going to happen. And the shots were fired from both sides. I mean, you have the videos, guys. And even before umalis si Sec. John Vic, may sa kabila daw may ano talaga. That's why I asked for access sa USAA sa kabila side ng building sa DSIS. But let me go to the articles of impeachment. That will be very transparent. So I'll sign before you a letter. I'll give you a copy, but of course, i-transmit ko muna. But I will read it to you. The Honorable Faustino Bonjin B. III, Speaker, House of Representatives, Batasan Hills, Quezon City. RE, Articles of Impeachment against Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte. Your Honor, the Senate is in receipt of the resolution setting forth the Articles of Impeachment against Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte, including all annexes thereto, transmitted by the House of Representatives. Pursuant to Rule 1 of the Senate Rules of Procedure on Impeachment Trials, the Senate has taken proper order of the impeachment and shall immediately proceed to its consideration, consistent with its mandate under Article 11, Section 3 of the Constitution. The Secretariat has been directed to include the articles of impeachment in the calendar for ordinary business or referral to the impeachment court, which shall be convened on 18 May 2026, 3 p.m. or at the possible soonest time, absent any question on the rules and procedure related to the transmitted articles. The parties shall in due course be directed to appear before the Senate sitting as an impeachment court on a date to be determined subsequently. We trust the foregoing is in order. Thank you. Very truly yours, Alan Peter Cayetano, Senate President. Happy furnished the Honorable Sara Z. Duterte, Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines. So we'll send this. Pagka-send,
Sir, pakita, sir. Sir, pakita, sir, na pirmado.
Pinapakita ni Senate President itong para kay Peter D. Ibig niya
Pinapakita ngayon ni Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano ay yung kanyang pinirma na dokumento kung saan may kasaan ito na tungkol ng impeachment court sa at kailangan i-approach dito sa Senado. And the said date na natapos na matanggap ang articles of impeachment ng Senado kahapon.
let me tell you more about the procedure. Sa Monday, nasa order of business yun. Ibibigay sa rules like any other. Yung majority leader, acting majority leader, yung kanyang i-represent. No? The likely scenario is we will organize muna the Senate kung may mga committees. Take that up. From the majority side, kasi nag-uus kami kagabi, I don't see any amendments to the rules. So if there's going to be any, I'm not saying there will be, I want to be clear, I'm not accusing anyone of delays. I'm saying it won't come from the majority kasi nag-meeting kami kagabi, we are happy with the former rules. So ano yung good na rules kay, sa mga dating na-impeach, good din sa amin ngayon. So kaya lang, hindi ko matatanggal yung karapatan ng bawat senador na tumayo. Ang problema, madidelay kung babaguhin pa yung rules kasi ipapublish pa ulit yun. But from the majority, that's why it's a letter, I just wanted to be safe. Sinabi ko doon on Monday or the soonest time or fourth week. No? If everyone agrees on the rule, I do not see any reason why hindi kami makapag-convene sa Monday. So ano mangyayari pag nag-convene? And then my motion to convene, ako muna mag-o-oath as presiding officer of the impeachment court and then yung 23 na senador. So after that, our job is to issue the summons. Okay? And then from that time on, pag sumagot na, diba, na-under na yung process. We'll brief you more about the process later on. And probably, kung hindi Monday mismo or Tuesday, we will have a focus para yung calendar. So the biggest issue for me is the balancing between the legislative work given the mga crisis na umaharap. Kung maganda takbo na ekonomiya and we don't need any urgent legislation, pwedeng mag 90-95% sa impeachment court. Unless nga sabi ng mga senador, pwede pa rin, bilisan na lang. But you know, madaling yung sarili mo lang inasahan mo, halimbawa, alam, bilisan mo sa pagpunta ng Senate, alam, bilisan mo yung sulat, that's under my control more or less, diba? But when you say it's a trial, you cannot stop both sides from presenting the number of witnesses na gusto nilang sabihin. So, madaling sabihin bilisan at madaling sabihin it will finish by this month or that month, but all of those will be approximation.
So, ibig sabihin papukundin po as impeachment court, yung talaga fourth week. Pero how about the trial proper?
When is the latest trial going to
Once
happen?
you convene and issue the summons, the direction
Pero yung
So,
trial proper,
yung fourth week, yung trial proper po ay after all the procedures.
Yeah. Susundin mo lang yung number of days. Kung walang delay, kung ano na sa rules, kung ano na constitution.
but the trial proper maybe in June, sir, the trial proper?
Trial proper.
July?
I don't want to preempt the calendar. But if it's 15 days, so we will follow. Actually, what we're doing now, after the meeting that we're seeing you, we're going to make a draft calendar. So the calendar will not be based on anything that is discretionary. It will be based on objectivity. So kung nakalagay sa rules, ganitong number of days para sumagot, this number of days sumagot, then trial na kagad.
So, ano po ngayon ang sagot, SP, doon sa sinabi na yung pagpapalit ng liderato ng Senado ay para ma-block yung impeachment trial?
Again, I'm trying to get the United Senate. Unprecedented yung attack against the Senate. First Monday na hinabol sa loob sa loob ng Senate ang isang senador, dinulpi ang isang member ng saan, and then last night the armed attack on the Senate, unprecedented yan, diba? So, I'm trying to unite the Senate, senators as people, by just simply following the law. The Constitution, our rules, and what is right. Diba? Sabi naman sa inyo lahat, dalawa lang libro ko, yung Bible, yung Constitution. Everything else follows. Even the Constitution for me has to follow the Bible. Diba? Having said that, we will follow. So walang magiging delays. I can tell you anything now as you ask, diba, kailan yung trial. So if I have the trial July, August, then delays.
Offhand lang, SP. For you, yung trial po ba ay dapat araw-araw, Monday to Friday, or MWF? Offhand, for you, what will you suggest?
Either Monday to Wednesday or Monday to Thursday. Definitely, hanggang the Friday because you need a motion day. Diba? So, and the question for me, the bigger question to me, is it Monday to Wednesday whole day,
Okay.
and then Thursday may committee hearings, or is it Monday to Thursday, half day hearings, half day, so definitely mag-extend kami, diba? So kung dati, nag-hearing ka either 9, 10 o'clock hanggang 2:45 or 3, and then 3 to 7 or 8 yung ano. Nagagawa naman namin sa budget yung magdamagan But remember, I think mga 2 weeks yun
Yeah, but you said-
magdamagan. So I don't think kaya naman yung magdamagan ng 2 months, diba?
2 months is what
I
you see.
don't know I don't know. It depends kasi kung ilan witnesses or depends sa article. That's why I don't want to speculate.
Pero SP yung convene sa Monday na talaga. Convene na.
In my letter, we're bound by that. Sa focus, agree kami lahat. There's no reason whatsoever to dilly-dally. Okay? Having said that, syempre, kung may nag-bring up na ito yung mga ganyan, etc., bukas na yan or whatever ganyan, baka maglutuhan. But so far, yung aming 13, ang sinasabi, there's no reason why not to convene and take our votes on Monday.
So just to be sure, you are asking the prosecution team to be here on Monday for the...
It's their option.
To what, sir? To report, sir, about the articles of
Hindi,
impeachment?
kasi
Ganun
yung
ba?
tinignan ko yung dating precedents, the article itself is the presentation.
Ayun.
Diba? So actually, they can or cannot be here. Kasi the articles, dahil yan naman yung, kumbaga yun yung asunto, yun yung charge sa'yo. So ang process, yung summons, para sumagot naman yung
Who will read the articles of impeachment? Who will read the articles of impeachment? The prosecutor or kayo po sa Monday?
Sa Monday malamang yun yung
Madyo.
yung pagbigay nga namin sa Madyo. Pero the impeachment court has a life of its own. So depende sa mga motions na maganap doon sa impeachment court. Proceed.
Wala na pong debate about
On our side wala, on the majority side wala. Hindi ko alam sa minority.
Pero SP,
Diba? I'd like to consult them but I'll only see them on Monday. Medyo busy sila ngayon na tinatry kausapin yung mga membro namin na sumali ulit sa kanila.
So may coup attempts na naman, sir? Against you naman ngayon, sir?
Suggest, ano naman expected mo?
Who told you that, sir? From the majority? Na kinakausap nila, sir?
May invitations to talk, may pananakot, but dati na silang takot eh.
But your 13 is solid. But your 13 is solid.
You're always solid until you're not. But I believe in the 13, I believe in our cause.
Pero sa ilan yung kinakausap, sir? Ilan yung kinakausap?
Hindi ko pa nakakausap lahat kasi nagyayaman na mag-meeting ngayon. Sabi ko, magtrabaho na tayo, magtawagan na lang tayo. Because, you know, that's the nature of, di ba dati kasi ano eh, you have 3 or 4 major newspapers, maybe 4 major news networks, then maraming tabloids, maraming radyo. Ngayon kasi with SOCMED, anyone can say anything. Di ba? And anyone can interpret anything that way. But yun na ang challenge ko sa'yo. Di ba? Trabaho o mamimili ka. Di ba? So my only choice is to do the work, then be completely honest with you. So in an hour, I will be completely honest what happened and where the investigation with the PNP is. But ulitin ko lang ha, PNP, AFP, lahat, NBI, hindi tayo magkakalaban, we're one government. Diba? But we have to respect the judiciary, the same manner the executive, but also respect the legislative department. So in the same manner, kung may fake news, I expect them to address that immediately.
sir, yun lang, may focus kayo. Sir, di ba nag-focus po ang majority block about sa impeachment? So, wala ho bang uusbong? Wala kayang surpresang susulpot na motion from the majority block para pag nagpagbi na kayo sa impeachment court ay ipa-dismiss yung articles of impeachment?
No, you always talk in the realm of probabilities and possibilities. Okay? In a collegial body, there's always a possibility. Kahit sa minority. Kahit sabihin mong before the oath, hindi impartial lahat, meron gusto mag-dismiss, meron hindi, etc.
Pero was it discussed?
So I can only discuss with you my call. I cannot talk for everyone. I can tell you kung ano na pag-usapan, and everyone said we should have the trial, and there's no walang isa man nagsabing hindi mag-trial. So I can only answer myself.
Sa 13.
I will act in accordance with the rules. There always has to be legal grounds, and I will decide based on truth and
Doon
evidence.
sa 13, walang nagsabi na...
Well, sa 13, walang nagsabing
Ayaw mag-trial.
Ayaw mag-trial.
Okay, pero makakadali po kaya. So, magagampanan kaya ni Senator Bato? Magagampanan mo kaya ni Senator Bato ang pagiging Senator Judge ng walang panganib o risk na arresto
I'll
niya siya
answer all
by year?
questions, Senator Moto mamaya, but quickly, I hope so.
Okay.
Hindi ko hawak yung attendance at yung, di ba? I hope ma-resolve ng korte. Kasi pag wala naman threat kay Senator Moto, gusto naman niya pumasok.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys. Marami. That's normal.
But from the minority.
Parang pasakay sa opportunity, kita niyo yun, di mo bawal eh.
Pero kung kakausap from the minority block, from the minority block.
Sir, kabilang ba doon sa kinakausap? Kailan, sir? Kailan, sir, nagsimula yung pag-convene sa mga This morning lang,
Kaya
talaga?
yung so sabi ko naman dun sa kausap ko, sabihin mo ano, puntahan ako, sumali sa akin.
Pero yung pagkausap ba? Pero yung pagkausap yung kinausap siya.
Yeah, I'll address it later.
Sir, pero yung...
Expect that. I mean, magulat tayo kung wala, di ba?
Kasi kayo po may kinakausap kayo na sumama sa inyo. Kayo po may kinakausap din po ba kayo na sumama
So
sa inyo?
far, lahat ng kausap ko was in public, yung kantsawan sa floor. Tapos yung kausap ko isa kanina na nagbigay siya ng dalawang pangalan, dalawang senador, nakaibigan ko pareho. So sinabi ko sa kanya, hindi ko naman sabi ko yung pangalan. Sabi ko sa kanya, pakisabi, kung gusto nyo, sama ako. Tapos sumama na siya.
Pero yung
Natawalan siya.
pagkausap sa mga kasama niyo, sir, ay para pumunta sa kanila sa kabilang bakod.
Hindi, sila ang nagayang nakapag-usap.
Yun nga, sir, yung from the minority block.
Kaya kami hindi nakapag-usap last week kasi minsan may kasamang pananako. We consider it naman fake news.
Sir, anong klaseng pananako?
Matalino naman tayo eh.
Pero ang gusto nila lumipat sa kanila, sir. Sir, pero ang gusto nila lumipat sa kanila, yung from majority.
Sir, yung mga case, sir, ginagamit yung mga pending cases sa kanila.
Hindi. Mamaya na po ulit, mamaya na.
Thank you, sir.
May na-aresto actually kagabi. 'Di ba? May I think na-report niyo na lahat. So I just promise Sec John Vic that I'll wait for his report and that siya magsasabi sa details para nga walang miscommunication or accusation. But since someone close to me sent me a text kasi meron nag-send sa akin ito. PNP confirms Browner's statement that 30 shots were fired. All of them came from the Senate from Cayetano security guard. So first of all, I don't have a security guard. If they're talking about the blue guard, wala akong kasakasamang security guard. If they talking about my security, they're also from the PNP. I double check before going here. Walang nagpaputok sa kanila. Okay? So anyway, to make a long story short, ito po ang text ni Sen. John Vic. The count was 27 from inside the Senate and 5 from the other side, no? So my point is, verbal warning sila. Tigil nyo yan, whatever the words were used.
Sino, sir?
Sorry, yung OSAA, nag-verbal warning. Hindi tumigil yung kabilang side from trying to get into the Senate. So nagpaputok sila in the air. Ang problema, nagpaputok pabalik. So eto, whoever the perpetrators was, di ba? Kasi nga, last night, bago umalis si Sec. Remulla, sabi niya, so far they saw 1 bullet. So syempre, nakita ko yung mukha ng OSAA, that's not possible. So someone showed me the video and Mayan nga told me, may live nga, di ba? So sinabi ko lang na, Sec, can you allow the OSAA to go inside the kabilang building para may sarili namin investigation? I haven't really had time to look at all the details pa, and I promise si Sec. So the count was 27 from outside, from inside, no?
27 from inside. 27 from OSAA? 27 from OSAA, sir?
Yes, na
Up.
count nung putok.
From OSAA,
Yes.
5 from the Kalaban.
Yes. Kasi ang warning shot, itutuloy-tuloy mo yon until nga, kaya mo wina-warning, ayaw mo magkabarilan di ba? So, kailangan umalis. But instead na umalis, nagputok pabalik. So, again, I won't defend or say much more, yun lang. But eto, kararating lang sa akin yung text ni Sec. Remulla. NBI had no warrant to serve. They were requested by GM Wick to secure the Senate building at 5 p.m. They arrived at 6:15, 21 arrived. They were deployed on each floor to secure GSIS. Agent Francisco sitting down on the second floor bridgeway with the white guard when his attention was called by OSAA Aplaska. Sino ka? Sabi Aplaska. Francisco stood up with AR-15 at the sideways sling. Aplaska fired a warning shot. Francisco pulled the trigger. As well pointed, OSAA eventually discharged 27 rounds of 9mm and 40 SW. Francisco discharged 5 rounds. He immediately fled the scene.
Sir, can
So,
you get that? Sir, pwede kami humingi ng copy.
read out para ano, okay? So, yun lang muna so far kasi yun palang binigay sa akin. But let me emphasize this, ha. NBI continually told us na wala silang dinideploy sa Senate. Completely. I think pati sa higher ups nila, yun ang sinabi nila. I haven't had the time to watch the news or to compare who said what, no? So kayo na ang mag-compare who is saying what, di ba? But time after time, in fact, Senator Loren got a text when we were having the caucus na sabi ni NBI Director, hindi daw niya sinabi na pinayagan sila ni Senator Soto. All the senators na kasama ko doon, napakarami, all said he did not only say it once, he said it 3 times. So, we can get to the truth if people tell the truth. Diba? But if the NBI is not going to be, it's not going to treat this thing with candor, meaning just tell us the truth, may problema tayo. But I can tell you, I have faith in the PNP and the DILG. They gave me their word. No? And for some, their word is not important, but I do believe kay General Nartates, Chief PNP, and kay Sec. Remulla, nung sinabi nilang lalabas ang totoo dito, I believe in the word that they've given. No? Let me have a drink of water, tapos question.
Sir, sure lang. The 27 came from OSAA. Sir, sorry nakita ko po kasi, sir, na ang nagpaputok po kahapon, OSAA, and yung armed na Marines. Kasama na po sa bilang yung 27, yung lahat na nagpaputok coming from the Senate force?
I don't want to speculate kasi I just read to you yung sinabi sa akin. But kasi may nakita din ako na report or something sa Facebook. I haven't verified na the Marines were here to support but did not fire. So I'll wait for the report naman ng OSAA after meeting you. Ayoko, kasi OSAA naman is under my jurisdiction. So I'll have them explain what they found so far.
So right now, sir, the 27 we can say are from OSAA lang?
Yun ang report ni Sec. John Vic.
Okay. The 5 came from the Kalaban?
Yes.
Pataas, sir, or towards OSAA?
Yun ang hindi ko masagot.
Okay.
May
Sir,
isang bullet daw sa taas.
and then the rest?
Kasi nga last night nung naghiwalay kami, so far daw isa pa lang, Tapos eto kasi sinabi ko kay Sec. Remulla, I'll make sure na yung commitment ko not to influence or walang political angle yung aking explanation ng investigation. But he sent me that text na so far yun yung report niya. So I'll send it na to you. Paano mo na lang.
Sir, wala kang sinabi si General Aplaska kung nasaan yung NBI, kung nasa DSIS side o nandito sa Senate.
because nga meron ongoing investigation, I don't wanna speak details for details, but I'll just tell you what he told me last night nung kaharap din niya yung police na nakita nila na nakalagay doon yung letra and everything and winorningan nila. But, if I tell you more details than that, pati people will already think or speculate. So I'd rather tapusin nila. Ang sabi sa akin ni Sec. John Vic, bina-backtrace nila. They got a lot of IDs sa the guy na bumalik. Pinabalik daw siya para kunin yung bag. Puno ng maraming IDs sa bag. So they got his fingerprints, bina-backtrace niya. When I left, they were bringing him to Pasay for inquest. So I haven't gotten the report. Unfortunately, pinauwi namin lahat ng lawyers kasi nung sinabing clear na, nakiusap din yung mga police so that their work is easier, paalisin na. But can I just mention this, guys, di ba? Unprecedented nung Monday na meron law enforcers na makikipaghabulan sa isang senador. Unprecedented yan. That never happened in the Philippines. Secondly, taking away coup d'etats, di ba? First time then, in my view, na may ganun armed attack. And hindi sila tumakbo, They were somehow holding their ground. All of you were here, di ba? So there's a speculation, gobyerno yun, there's speculation, may nagsasabi, kami daw ni Bato nagplano, or kanina tinanong nyo, legitimate question yung tanong nyo, diversionary. If it was a diversionary tactic, it was crazy. Why? When you did that, lalong dumami yung tao dito lalong dumami yung police. That's why nga Sec. John Vic wanted to go upstairs to make sure it's okay. But nung kausap ko yung anak, he started, etc. I respected that, Sec. John Vic respected that. But kagabi, bumaba pa si Senator Bato. Bumaba pa siya para magpakita That was the last time I saw him. Go ahead.
Pero SPD, sa binasa niyo po, inamin po ng asawa ni Senator Bato na he used that promotion, yung nangyari, para makalabas ng pera.
I will not interpret because sabi niya baka. Because he did not escape during after. But ang sabi din kasi nung asawa niya, after niya nakita na someone will go so far as lusubing a Senate just to get him, that's why he did it. Kasi kung if I was in his shoes, I will escape when it's least expected. But again, mali yung word na escape because there's no warrant Diba? There's no warrant. So, he's free to go. When you for example, pumunta ka sa simbahan at sabihin mo, I'm seeking sanctuary. Pag gusto mo nang umalis, pwede kang umalis. It happened kay June Lozada. He slept on my couch on the 5th floor. And then, nung sinabi, doon na lang siya sa mga madre. And then, sinabi, doon na lang siya sa Lasal Green Hills. Lumipat siya doon.
Kung walang warrant, bakit siya nagtago dito sa Senate? Bakit niya?
Because sinabol siya ng mga NBI na walang warrant. So, I'm not saying as a fact walang warrant. Excuse me. I'm saying they did not present the warrant to us. And I'm waiting for it. They did not give us. If they gave me the warrant, my advice could have been different. So, same. Kayo nag-seek sanctuary dito. Sabi niyo, sir, media kami, inaaresto kami, wala namang warrant. I talk to the police. Ba't nyo hinahabol? Wala, sir. Or may warrant. Nasaan ang warrant? Wala. Sabihin ko, dito muna kayo sa Senate. 3 days later, wala pa rin yung warrant. Sabihin mo, boss, gusto ko nang umuwi. Umuwi ka na. Diba? So that's the reality. Is it the best? I want him to attend each and every session. I want him to be there. I told him last night, Sen Bato, sana you can attend the impeachment. It's his constitutional duty. Last follow-up then.
Do you still consider it as an attack when you mentioned kahit marami na ito na una pong nagpapatok ng warning shot yung usaa, hindi yung sabi lang.
Okay. Kung tututukan kita ng baril, papasukin ko bahay mo na may baril ako. Nag-warning shot ka, pinutukan kita pabalik. Is it not an attack? Sorry but I don't think there's any question. The Senate is under attack. Was under attack. All of you, your lives were in danger last night. I know it's your job to ask a question, but you will tell me, pagka may nagpaputok na warning, hindi under attack yun? My God. We're a democracy. This is the Senate of the Philippines. Please naman. Di ba? Yeah. What do you think happens when there's no democracy? Who's the first casualty? The media. Wala lang media kapag wala. Di ba? Pag sinabing kami muna nagpaputok, umatras sila. Or security guard ng GSIS yun. Di sabihin nyo, baka ito ay gawa-gawa lang. Baka ito ay drama. Pero nagko-focus kami dito, hinihintay namin articles of impeachment. Nakita nyo naman lahat ng pangyayari. Napakagaling ko naman mag-orchestrate ng lahat na yan. Kaya kong papuntahin dito mga armadong grupo. You know my history. I've been in government since 1992. Do you have any history of doing that? O sa Taguig, have we done anything like that ever? No, so, excuse me, I mean, I'm not taking offense at the question, but, if you have any doubt, you're doubting our democracy, you're not doubting my statements.
Ko lang, sir.
Yung kalaban po, pwede na natin sabihin na, sir, sinabi kasi ni Senate Sec. Dong Mendoza right after the shots were fired last night, na perceived NBI. Are you ready to say that na perceived NBI yung kalaban?
Nasabi naman ni Sec. Dong yon. At sabi ko sa kanya, I don't blame you for giving them the information on the ground. And may you ask the right questions. tama yung direction nyo, etc. But I'll be very fair. When the President called to check how we are, and when the President said, it's not government, it's not the AFP, it's not the PNP, it's not the NBI, of course, he's the President. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll assume. But I told him, but Mr. President, we have a bad experience sa NBI. They haven't been truthful with us. Having said that, Sec John Vic assured me, walang whitewash to. So he told me some of the information even before we got home kasi I'm sorry for the reaction but people risked their lives yesterday. One of our nagugulpi na yung isang the others could have done this. What I want to prevent is that there are certain things in life na may red line yan. 'Di ba? 'Di ba yung you don't you respect your parents, unahin mo yung mga tatanda, 'di ba? Pero kung yun ay mga normal na kabastusan, 'di ba? But you don't attack Malacanang. You can march, you can protest. You don't burn down the Supreme Court, and you don't attack the Senate in an armed manner. 'Di ba? It was 100% an attack. If it turns out sa investigation na sira ulo lang yon, na he lost his mind, then a question ko, how did he get the IDs? How did he get in? If it was government, then I'm sure the President will act upon it, 'di ba? So I don't know right now, and I don't want to give details, but but yung binasa ko sa iyo, galing na kay Sec John Vic yun.
So yung mga banateros, anong may kukomento nyo ho dito sa mga napag-usapan natin? Comment nyo lang diyan sa baba. Paki-like and share, subscribe na lang itong channel na to. Kita-kits tayo sa susunod na mga video. Peace!
Yan ang banateros, walang inuurungan. Pag tama palakpakan, pag mali ay babanatan. Yan ang banateros, boses ng ordinaryong Pilipino. Banateros ay walang makakaawan, walang inuurungan. Banateros